All right. Well, that was a fun mess to make and clean up. Retro entertainment. Now the table is mostly empty. Still have other stuff I gotta put away. Um, so my story with retro entertainment, I started collecting, like seriously collecting, in April of 2015. So pretty much just 2 years, and I've gone pretty hard the last 6 months. But I started way late on the retros, and I built up about half the set and sold it. And then when I got back into it, up to 87, and I've just been chipping away at it. It's like 2 grand to buy the set if you want to buy the set outright, and I want a loose set, so I don't want to do that. So I'm just chipping away at it, but I don't collect a ton of Hot Wheels. The retros and the car culture are the two. I'll pick up the occasional Super. I will get some of the RLC stuff, but mostly my passion is with the premium stuff. So that's just kind of a little backstory with me and Hot Wheels. I do have a ton of mainlines, um, and honestly, like I've thought about taking those to Goodwill or taking them to the local club meet and selling them for a quarter a piece just to get rid of them. They take up too much space, and I just don't. When you get into the nicer stuff, it's hard to appreciate the dollar cars. Anyways, premium brands at Target today. I found a couple of the new Johnny Lightning Classic Gold releases. These are limited to 1,504. So not really as cool as the muscle car release. Actually, I think it might be. It's as cool. Never mind. I really want to get that International Scout. I really want to get both of those. But these are the cars in the release. There were only two of them left, and I'm not surprised that this is one of the two. The Ford Gran Torino. Factory color, by the way. Factory matched medium chestnut poly. From the Ford factory. These are the cars that I really have an enthusiasm for and an appreciation for, because they're like little miniature art. Hot Wheels is unimpressive. Some of the adult collector stuff is okay. Hot Wheels does have a ton of collector value though, and with the two sets that I really like, the retro entertainment and the car culture, there's a lot of there's just a lot of collectability with them. My big thing with the car culture is the nostalgia. I collect because I'm a very nostalgic person. I love stuff that takes me back. And collecting diecast for whatever reason does. I had a lot of Hot Wheels and Matchbox and Majorette as a kid. Didn't really ever get into Johnny. They took off in the 90s, and I was already not playing with toys at that point. So, but yeah, this thing is cool. I just have an appreciation for the level of detail that is put into these cars. I want to see these companies go head to head and just say we're going to make the nicest, most realistic looking, best built casting in this scale, and then to have the other companies say no, we're going to do it, and then just see them go at it and see who can actually put out the best car. Because it's hard to say. Auto World, I think, puts out the best car, but their selection is weak. They got to do something about that. No opening parts. I'm really surprised the hood doesn't open on this. That is an awesome looking little car, though. Nice roller, metal body, metal base, rubber tires. Broken record. I'm not even going to say that with this next one. This one I was surprised that it was on the pegs. There are 6 of these in a case, I think. So to have, I mean, I get the International is probably the first one gone. I get the Continental being gone, but the Cutlass, I'm surprised wasn't there. The Mercury Cougar, I'm kind of surprised wasn't there. This one, I'm surprised was left, because I think this is the second best car in the release. 1965 GTO. I could see a major problem with it, which may be why it was left, but I'll get over it. Custom Fire Engine Red. This is from the Beat the Heat, which is a sub-series of the Classic Gold. Limited to 1,504. So if you find a White Lightning, we're looking at about 30 of them per release. I want to clarify something too. I opened an Ultra Red wagon that Ramon Ortega gave me and said that it's the same, the Ultra Red's the same from both color variations, and on that car it's not. The one of them has a red interior, one of them has a black interior, so that'd be your way to tell those two apart. But this rear wheel has a major imperfection. Focus, stupid camera. Front wheel looks good. Rear wheel looks awful. Greenlight does a ton of this with their wheels. They used to have really good quality control. But this car is pretty awesome, I have to say. You got the P400 graphics on the windshield. You also have it on the side windows and on the rear. So to me, that is really cool. Got the license plate. 65 and the 67 GTOs were my favorite GTOs. My boss at work has a 67. But yeah, let's see what we got under the hood here. So that little hood scoop is just painted. But it's cool that they took the time to do that. A lot of manufacturers won't do that in this scale. Round 2, they do a really good job. You can see with the Racing Champs cars that have been coming out, there's a huge improvement in the quality and the level of detail. So hats off to Round 2. Doing a phenomenal job right now with the 3 brands. My only thing, I just want to see expanded licensing. That's all I ask for. They do such a good job. I just want to see more of it. And specifically, I want to see import stuff. I don't care where it's imported from, whether it's Asia or Europe. I just want to see import stuff. Can only do so much of the domestics. Not to mention the fact that you can get domestics with Greenlight, Auto World, and Johnny Lightning, so you can only get imports from Johnny Lightning, and they're expensive and hard to find. You know, the only one that Greenlight has out is the GTR. They have the Honda Civic too. If you know, everybody has the Volkswagens because that's like a license to print money. As a good, I shouldn't say good friend, but a friend of mine once told me, having a license to cast Volkswagens is like having a license to print money. That is a quote from Larry Wood, by the way. This looks pretty amazing, I think. It's got a great stance to it. The light bar is different. You can kind of see the resemblance to the Greenlight stuff. The Greenlight light bars are definitely made better. You can tell by looking at this. But it looks pretty good. It's a delicate one. This is one of those cars that you got to be careful with when moving it around. So those are the two. That one rolls really good too. Those are the two Johnnies I found today at Target in the middle of a busy day on Sunday. I was very surprised that that GTO was on the pegs. They had a bunch of M2 stuff as well, but M2, I'm very, very picky with what I buy from M2. This GTO is phenomenal. I really, really dig that car. What do you guys think? It just looks good all the way around. Anyways, that's the video. Champion DJK, if you see this, I have a box. I'm not going to send it out yet. Just I want to make sure we hammer out the details, but I have been accumulating a few things that I'm going to head your way. I think you'll like them. Everybody else, thank you. I'm going to call it a diecast day. No more videos. Hopefully tomorrow night. And after that one, it'll probably be next weekend. Which is a good thing, because I put too many of these videos out lately. Anyways, thank you. You all have a good week. Have a happy Monday tomorrow. And don't work too hard. I will holler at the next video.